Hello everyone, back again. It's Monday, June 19th, and out again on another storm chase. This is the third day in a row of chasing in Northern Ireland, and what an amazing season this has been. Best summer I can remember, the most thundery period of action I can remember seeing in a long time too. It's really incredible. But I've been chasing to Sligo on the west coast of Ireland the last 2 days, so I'm actually knackered today. It's quite a long drive to get there and back. By the time you get back in the evening, it's late evening, around sunset or just before it, and by the time I get all my gear sorted out, the batteries charged, the images and footage of my two drones, the DSLR, the GoPro and the phone, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning before I get all that offloaded. And by that stage I'm just tired, so I barely have time even to look at any images and footage I have yet. So 2 days of stuff to go through yet. I don't know what I have, but it's the third day now. I can do that all anytime anyway, so there's still action to be had. It looks like another good thunderstorm setup today. We're talking about 1000 joules per kg of Cape again, locally higher. LI's of -3, -4, and it's sort of a gentle southerly, southwesterly flow, sort of backing southerly towards the evening and then easing somewhat. So showers will be moving about 15-20 miles an hour, and then they'll be slowing down later. So good energy. Shear is very weak. Slight hint of organisation, but not much. However, one or more convergence zones might set up across the country, hopefully one right across Northern Ireland on the southwest northeast axis, and if that happens, that could be the focus point for convection, and of course shower training, downpours, thunder, lightning, and of course funnel clouds. So at the minute I'm sort of stuck for ideas of where I'm going target wise, because the Cape's over the entire country. In theory anywhere could get action. GFS was favouring the Northern Sperrins in particular, especially around the Sperrins Dungiven area, on around there, Lough Foyle, the North Coast, and even the North Port Rush area, Garva, Coleraine, Ballymoney. Sorry for the interruption there. My wife Roisin rang me there, had to answer the call. So anyway, I was saying the target areas are very difficult today. It's hard to tell. GFS is preferring in the Sperrins, Lough Foyle, North Coast, North West Coast, and the North East Coast, and possibly around the North Coast and inland somewhat as well. Whereas the Rome is very keen on a nice cluster coming up the Midlands right up into Port Lenoan, Ballymoney areas, and heading northeast towards the northeast coast. So I don't know what to do at the minute, so I'm sitting tight at the base here outside Garva and keeping an eye on radar. I'm very tempted to go north for some reason, I don't know why, just have an instinct about it, but we'll see. Anyway, truck passing. The convection seems a little bit, it was lovely this morning. They're very tall towers before 10 o'clock this morning, which is amazing. But at the minute there's plenty of convection, but it seems capped and struggling again, just like it was in Multicell yesterday. It's sort of like a very slow build, and if that's the case it might break later on, just like it did yesterday, catch me off guard. So I'm going to hold tight. Rua's having a nap here now. She's done some miles in the last couple of days. Right, fingers crossed, day 3 of chasing. Hopefully we can get something else cool today, and there's more storms on Tuesday, so I'll probably do a local chase then, and there's talk of maybe further storms at the end of the week too. So what a fantastic period. I hope to be taking advantage of it all. Loving it. Okay. Okay, I'm now located near Port Rush in the north coast of Northern Ireland. I'm watching, you can't make it around the wide angle of the phone, but this area here is rotating. The Scud is rotating around, so I'm watching this carefully for funnels. There's Dunluce Castle and the Causeway Cliffs in the distance. Sea's lovely and calm, some new precip breaking out. Convection seems to be struggling today. It's like there's a strong cap holding things in place, but there has been storms around the Ballymoney area in the northeast. So this is coming off the land. Notice there's a breeze coming off the seas. We have the sea breeze and we have the southerly southwesterly flow off the land. We might have a convergence zone either inland or here. So I think that's what's going on here. The Scud is rotating, but it may also be getting undercut by the cold outflow from this. So not a lot to work with at the minute, but I'm keeping an eye on this. And I might have to bail to the Ballymoney area in a while. It seems to be a hot spot for activity so far, but it'd be great if we can get a storm here in this photogenic location. This is the famous County Antrim coast. For any people in our parts of the world watching this, beautiful area. whole way way from the Port Rush back there, and there's the Skerries. Way out there is Scotland. You can see it, but it's far out there. And of course, famous Dundas Castle, and beyond that is the Giant's Causeway and on around. Look at the colour of the water. Located to Gortmore Viewing Point on the north coast. It's developing here. That tried to be a funnel at one stage, and up here there's some crazy motion going on. I don't know if you can see it, this grey scud. I believe there's a sea breeze convergence coming in and getting lifted up over the cliff into the base here. It's just swirling around and around. Then the surface breeze is coming in this direction. Big core over the foil near Derry there, and then behind it there's more cells developing. So I'm going to watch this coming up here and try for the best. I'm going to search for funnels, nice structure, and hopefully get a time lapse. My dad rang me there. He's down on the other side of Port Stewart, and he's got a rumble of thunder and lightning down there somewhere back there. So things are maybe starting to kick off. So I'm going to stay here for a while and see how it goes. Okay, just got my first thunderstorm of the day. Looking across McGilligan Point to Donegal on the far side there. This single cell here's went up and rumbled. Must be in-cloud lightning high up in the updraft. Nice rumble of thunder from it. New convection forming ahead of it here. Going up in the heat. Starting to warm up again. And this is the cell now that was over producing in the Port Stewart area, the north coast inland a bit. New towers here. There's the anvil on it. Unfortunately, so far the structure isn't very good, apart from these nice updrafts here, but the storm itself, the bases are high, they don't look that dramatic, but all the same, I'll take what I can get. Now, that's nice there. Nice cauliflower texture. These here, beautiful. Maybe just starting to improve now, the cap could be breaking. And back here, there's a big sail coming in, you see that with the back edge of it here, inland. That looks a good one. It's heading right my way, more or less. So here we are, this famous location. If there's ever a good place to get a big thunderstorm, a bit of structure, it would be here, over this foreground, because it's so beautiful here. So that's the convection there, and that's the thunderstorm here. Top of it's hidden from view. New tower's going up, and there's the other one here. Storm chasing. What a view, yes! Okay, this is the base of that big one away behind Benevena now. Coming in. Unfortunately, the sails are struggling against the cap. There's no organisation whatsoever, and as you can see, there's nothing really of interest. There's no real structure to this. There should be a gust front, but there isn't, so it's very disappointing today. And you get a couple of rumbles and then the thing falls apart and turns mushy, so not really a camera friendly day so far, unless it goes crazy later. But at least we have a sail coming in here. John Fagan rang me there. He's near Begmore Stone Circus. He got a rumble of thunder as well from a storm. They seem to be very weak single cells, and then the day out pretty quickly. Look like that there. It's not really coming to much, so it's not really impressing me as far as the structure goes today. But the Cape's around at 9 o'clock at night, and things can change. And there's a nice anvil in the background there inland, the back edge of it. I don't know what Rhea thinks. She's 50-50.
Yeah, we're just at the north coast here and met Owen Anderson, a well-known glider pilot, also a storm photographer. Loves this stuff as much as I do. We just came over the hill there and we saw this incredible cell just
Unbelievable
exploding.
structure.
Unreal, Owen, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. Never seen anything like it normally. It's like nearly like a continental structure. It's so big. I could see it from the house, and it started to move across. So we're lucky we got it.
And huge
We
billowing
definitely
updrafts
got
just
it.
exploding up, and the texture in them and the size of it was just
No,
remarkable.
brilliant.
Absolutely
Really,
beautiful
really good.
cell. And overlooking that beautiful stretch of coastline and
Great
Missing
photos.
Temple in the foreground and
Aye,
all.
brilliant photographs.
Absolutely outrageous. So we've got pictures there and video taken, so hopefully it does it justice. What a beautiful
That's
sight to end
compensation
today.
for me for not being able to chase all weekend
That's
down
right.
south. You see, you know, I was going, oh Jesus, you know,
You got it.
I need to get something, you know, today.
You feel the hunger.
I definitely. So hopefully we'll keep at it this weekend. Maybe get more.
Well,
maybe get
maybe
better.
tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
If it's not
yeah.
too much to ask.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I mean?
Nature's been good to us so far.
Yes, sir.
And that's well, it's nothing like it was, but that's the remains of it now. It's a miles away. It's starting to dissipate, but still, that was a beautiful sail. One of the nicest things I've seen this year. Wow. Okay, our spectacular storm's now moving away and down over the sea. Now we've got a new one developing here. We just heard a rumble of thunder from it on the same land track. So we're hoping this might bubble up and become a nice sight as well. So another storm. Lovely. Updraft back building there, just shooting up into the clear air. Owen's setting up the camera here, the lightning trigger. There's our storm. Look how much that's developed. We've got regular thunder here now. You should hear more soon. Owen's lightning trigger just clicked there. So look at the beautiful flanking line, the back building updraft and the clear air. That's really shooting up. Shooting a time lapse here at the moment with the DSLR wide angle. That is there's thunder. That's a beautiful sail. Holy, look at the flanking line.
Not far away. That's clicking away, that wee thing of mine.
Oh my goodness.
He's picking it up, so, and it's coming this way.
Stunning thunderstorm. We've Owen Anderson here shooting it as well. And there's regular thunder.
Yep, clicking away here, this lightning trigger. Even though it's about 20, probably 15, 20 kilometres away.
This storm is gorgeous.
Beautiful structure. Look what's happened behind us, Mark.
We've got one behind us as well.
Aye, there is.
There's a
There is actually.
whole flanking line feeding into the back of this. This one's just going to do the last one done, just remarkable. I'd say a high chance of a funnel cloud from this. Look at this magnificent thunderstorm. Right behind the beautiful sail we just seen, there's another monster storm just erupted. Look at that CB. Stunning anvil. Beautiful flanking line feeding away back here. It's rumbling all the time. Shooting a time lapse here, having a few issues with the camera, but shooting a time lapse. Owen Anderson over there, lightning trigger, shooting stills, have a drone in there. This is fantastic. Look at that. I'm seeing some of the best convection I've seen in a long time in this country. This is remarkable. Yes, I see that. Look at this storm. Oh my goodness. Stunning, rumbling. Unreal. Look at that. It's incredible. Okay, storm's still going, Owen's still shooting here. Look at this. That's the main anvil miles away now over the sea. And now we've got back building, rear flanking line, stunning convection, another turret up the back, another storm, regular rumbles, but look at the structure. The phone does not do it justice because it's wide angle. You see this text, these updrafts, they're just like billowing, solid, crisp. I think it's among the best convection I've ever seen from Northern Ireland. It has been just remarkable. Look at that. And they're both rumbling away. The only thing missing now is a big white funnel, and that could happen yet. Like, this is stunning. I've got a time lapse going, not sure how well it is, I haven't checked in a while. Got the drone up, filming, we're getting stills. Look at that, look at that. I definitely think, not only is this the highlight of the summer, this could be a highlight of many years to come. This is outrageous. Still rumbling away. Back building storm, this one's rumbling, that one's rumbling in the distance. Owen got a couple of rumbles from this one out over the foil, over the ocean. This is just a crazy storm, absolutely beautiful. It's moving a fair bit away from us now. There's a lovely base out here, slightly curved aspect to it, the flanking line feeding back here. We're making more developments in the back end of this. There's another cell back here, but this one looks There's a new updraft here. These are, you know what? I can't even talk right. I'm just loving this so much. The structure is just beautiful. The sunshine, the crisp updrafts, huge amble. This is like taking 10 out of 10 on all the boxes. This possibly could be the nicest convection store I've seen in my life in this country after over 25 years.